I've never done any activism whatsoever. No, this is my first time. I didn't go to work 3 times to see this happen to my own people on my own soil.
Our nation, our children's future is on the verge of collapse. We're not in tenuous times, we're in dangerous times. And while it would be real fun to go back to my past life where things were easy and I would plan vacations with my family and we would do fun stuff, we've got 1 year to save this country.
Water protectors from across the camp celebrated Decolonize Day on Thursday, November 24th by gathering at the base of an ancient native burial ground in response to a continuous police presence on top of it.
Talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. Shoot me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, far away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Far away, far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
You must touch pen to this paper, or you and your people will perish.
Coming down, but it's you who have further to fall. Ghost town and haunted love.
This area in red.
Raise your voice. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, far away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Far away, far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. as a bulletproof glass. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, far away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Far away, far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. I am titanium.
My wife and I were in the living room and we were just kind of cruising Facebook and chit-chatting, and she said, have you seen this? It showed some of the unconscionable violence that an over-militarized police force was willing to exert on an unarmed civilian population, and not on my fucking watch. And I went and I looked and I saw more, and I said, baby, I gotta go. And she started crying and she said, all right.
Stand here in the heat because you love this state just as much as I do.
And this is where I want to make a special appeal to anyone who's part of the Algic language family or the Siouan Catawban language family. In part, hopefully you've seen, because we already have a really great start connecting a branch to the Algic language family, to the Red Record. I'm the research biologist. We don't get government money. This is not a government project. We're a Christian organization. Our primary goal is to defend the history in Scripture. It just so happens that if you start with the Scripture's history, all these historical events pop out from DNA, and they restore to natives the history that the mainstream community has rejected and treated as forgeries, as mythological, as whatever. So this excites me. I'm not native, but I'm excited to be able to hopefully give back to peoples the history that's been taken away from them.
They're asking us to look our children in the eye and say, you, my child, are now in the sacrifice zone. You are now expected to give up your right to clean water. You are now expected to sacrifice your future for the benefit of private corporations. That's what this is. This is a fight for the soul of our democracy. It can't be continued to be determined by the power of big finance, big military, and big extraction. We're done with that. This is a new day.
I didn't go to work 3 times to see this happen to my own people on my own soil.
I had to go brush dust off a gear that I haven't touched in 7 years. Every time I looked for my rifle, I remembered that now my weapons aren't explosives and rifles. My weapons are my heart and my words. And so that's why I'm here. When September 11th happened. And that's the day I started my enlistment process, because I wanted to fight for right. I wanted to fight for democracy. Even though I joined to be a soldier, I was forced to become a mercenary. And I was fighting for big oil. I was fighting for the military-industrial complex. And I feel like my honor was stolen from me. And this is my chance to take it back.
I felt compelled to come up here because, I hold nature and civil liberties sacred. Yeah, I drove up here from St. Louis. I wanted to come up here and take a closer look, kind of get the first-hand account of what's going on and relay as much of it to people back home as I can.
A warm bed and basic necessities, they're not going to stand up. But when those things become threatened, they will. But waiting until the time when we don't have clean water to drink, then it's too late. The people have power. They don't recognize they've given up their power.
I heard about the meeting where Wesley Clark Jr. apologized to the Native elders, and I understand it. I understand the injustices we've done. I have veteran friends that are upset by it. I think his intentions were good. If we can do some small amount of atonement, some small amount of apology, I'm behind that. None of us vets would have known to stand if the Lakota hadn't been standing for years. It was their victory, not ours. When the announcement came, this Native grandmother came up with tears in her eyes, and it humbled me and it honored me when she held me and cried and thanked me. I mean, I'm gonna tell my daughter about that when I get home. And to follow that up with being welcomed as a nephew and as a warrior of the Sioux Nation, I've got a new unit to fight for.
Hello? Anybody home? My knuckles are gonna get sore here. This is crazy. I'm trying to just... Maybe you won't run away this time. Officer! Officer! Well, I can't try all day, can I? We tried. Trying to get some questions answered. Well, he should. He works for us.
He works for us, not you.
No, he works for... He swore an oath to the Constitution. He works for everybody.
This is harassment right here, yo.
No, he's in violation. Are you familiar with Washington State law?
Yes, I am.
RCW 4608.065. The reason I was questioning it, and it wouldn't have been an issue if he ran away from me when I was down at the store.
Yeah, because you keep
No.
Are you recording?
Absolutely, yeah. He ran away when I was down at the store, and
because he doesn't have to answer any.
Oh, absolutely. He answers to we the people, and he answers to the law and to the Constitution.
He's just an officer. He's just doing his job. And
no.
Fucking come over here and harass him, man.
You guys are gonna embarrass yourselves here if you don't.
No, I'm not embarrassing ourselves. You're
what's your name?
Fucking well-known. I'm not telling you my name.
That's cool. No, you have that right. That's fine. My name's Gavin, by the way.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
I don't care what you.
And you guys are private citizens. I wouldn't have confronted you. He's not a private citizen. He works for me. He works for you.
He doesn't work for you.
Absolutely, he does. He works for everybody.
He doesn't work for you.
He works for you. Like honestly.
Yeah. Does he? Do you pay him? Do you pay him to?
Oh, absolutely. I pay him. I pay him with my taxes. Yeah.
That's okay.
With your taxes.
We pay him with our taxes too.
Absolutely.
But you know what? He keeps us citizens safe.
Safety is not breaking the law.
Safety is not your concern, probably, what you're going to say, huh?
No, safety is not breaking the law. Safety is following the Constitution. It's following the law, and it's following... Do you realize...
What law is he breaking?
Do you want to give me a chance to tell you about it?
No, because this is fucking harassment. This is my friend here.
That's okay. I don't... If it's your friend, you should be challenging him on the fact that he's disrespecting the people.
You're disrespecting people coming out here with your fucking camera, man. Yeah,
call it what you will. That's okay. No, I'm fine. I was recording him. I wasn't out here to record you guys.
Why don't you get in your fucking car and get out of here? Why can't you get in your car and get out of here and leave people alone? It's because of you people we fucking have such problems in this town.
Whoa. Because of what people?
Because of you.
Because of me.
Your kind of people.
Do you know the Constitution? Do you respect the Constitution?
I don't know the Constitution. You know,
let me give you a copy.
I don't want the fucking copy, bro.
Don't you know this is your liberty, guys?
You know what?
How old are you?
I know they don't. Age.
That's okay.
Our name,
that's okay.
Where we're from or anything.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make if you want to make it more okay.
This Constitution right here, guys.
I don't care about your fucking Constitution in your hand, man.
Fuck the Constitution. Fuck it.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but
why don't you just like take
you know what?
Take a shit, wipe it.
I don't care if you guys like it or not. It's the law, and it will be followed in this country.
Okay, well, you know what? You can follow your ass in your car and get the fuck out of here because you're just causing problems.
Okay, move on, guys.
No, we're not gonna move on. This is fucked up what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think you are?
I'm asking questions of my police. All right.
You're police, man. You're fucking harassing them.
No, I have a business in this area.
I have a business right here confronting you about bullshit.
Okay. Sorry guys, it's not BS. I'm just asking that the law be followed.
BS.
Me and Ryan would have had a polite conversation if he had not run away.
No, we fucking heard you, man.
Yeah,
we heard you.
Yeah.
You're
Knock, knock, knock.
harassing him.
That's
Anybody
because
home?
he
Anybody
continually ignored me, guys. He was running away. You guys have a good day, all right? Have a good day. All right, you guys have a good day. Man, it's a shame that people don't understand how important their liberty is, guys. And think about this. Look at this. This is what we're getting. If people don't understand that we have to hold government accountable, that liberty matters, and that they have to follow the law, we're toast. That's all. Was it rude? Was it disrespectful for me to knock on the officer's window after he ran away, after I had to chase him down to get a question, after he acknowledged that he was in violation of Washington state law, yet refused to answer any questions as to why, after he tried to slam the door on my foot?
Did you also notice how the officer, when those guys came over and confronted me and were being aggressive with me, he took off? I mean, I was concerned that they were going to try and attempt to give me the beat down or something, and he just slipped away. Now, I emphasize the word attempt there, but when he should have at least stayed there to observe, due to the aggressive nature of these guys, he just took off.
¿Pero qué hizo?
Grábalo, bien, grábalo.
¿Ya vieron?
Ya lo están grabando. Mira, ese que pegó, mira.
2023, the Ada Police Department received a 911 call from an individual who suspected a man of driving while under the influence of alcohol, was in a white vehicle and potentially drunk. The key word here is potentially, which implies that the claim was not confirmed to be accurate.
Central Dispatch. Hi, I have concerns of a drunk driver near Wintersmith Park.
Case that there was no definitive evidence of intoxication. In other words, the caller's suspicion was based on observation rather than concrete facts. Secondly, it's crucial to note that the police officers were dispatched to perform a welfare check on the man, not to respond to a confirmed case of driving under the influence. It's generally understood that a welfare check, also known as a wellness check, is a public service you can request of police officers if you believe someone you know may be in danger. The officer will visit the person to ensure they are not in trouble. Also, when the police perform these checks, it falls outside the boundaries of law enforcement. The officers involved generally not investigating crimes, but acting as a community resource. Now that we've understood this,
We got a call you that was concerned about you, and we was just doing a welfare check on you.
Who? From who?
What's that?
From who?
From who was it? Oh. Are you okay?
No,
What's going on?
I'm fine.
You say you're not okay?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, hey, stop, sir, stop!
the man who just took off in his vehicle is 33-year-old Justin Allen Glaspie, a Department of Health Services worker in Ada. As we've seen from the footage, Officer Reed was immediately detaining Mr. Glaspie, which became obvious when he ordered him to stop driving away. So this is an appropriate time to discuss whether Officer Reed was justified in his actions. According to Oklahoma City's government website, it stated that an officer can detain you if he has reasonable suspicion. Reasonable suspicion is based on common sense judgments and observations. Since Officer Reed promptly informed Mr. Glaspie that he was conducting a welfare check, we already know that it automatically meant no crime was being investigated, meaning there was no reasonable suspicion either. And by extension, Mr. Glaspie was well within his rights to drive off and choose not to speak with the officers. But despite all of this, both officers chased Mr. Glaspie's vehicle down and pulled him over, this time approaching him with aggression and violence.
Central, he just pulled away from us. Open the door, I'm gonna bust your window. Open
open the door, I'm gonna bust your window. Get out of the car. You're gonna get tased. I'm tasing you. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Just tell me the issue.
Get out of the car.
335 clear.
Get out of the car.
Why?
Because
I'm about to tase you. I'm tasing you if you don't get out of the car. That's the last time I'm telling you.
You're not telling.
Get out of the car.
You're still not telling them.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Just tell me the reason why. That's not a lawful order. It is a lawful order. You're.
As seen in the footage, Officer Reed and Sergeant Canada opened both doors of Mr. Glaspie's vehicle without consent. Officer Reed then physically restrained Mr. Glaspie by violently twisting his arm, while Sergeant Canada tased him for no logical reason whatsoever. Before anything else, note that breaching Mr. Glaspie's vehicle without his consent can be seen as a violation of his Fourth Amendment rights, which protect against unreasonable searches and seizures. Additionally, the use of physical force by Officer Reed appears to be excessive and unnecessary. The level of force used should be proportionate to the situation, and in this case, it does not appear that Mr. Glaspie posed a threat that would warrant such forceful restraint. Under Oklahoma's use of force standards, it stated that employees may use reasonable force as required in the performance of their duties. However, unnecessary or excessive force is not authorized. Plus, Section 21-643 of the Oklahoma statutes authorizes law enforcement officers to use force or violence only against suspected criminals in the interest of public safety. And in this case, Mr. Glaspie was not a suspected criminal, which we've already discussed. Then comes Sergeant Canada's ridiculous taser deployment, which was also outright unjustified and excessive.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Why?
Because I told you to.
I'm tasing you if you don't get out of the car. That's the last time I'm telling you.
You're not telling.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Just tell me the reason why.
Because I'm telling you to.
That's not a lawful order for any of that. Me alone.
Get out of the car.
I work for child welfare.
We don't care. Get out
you
of the
don't
car.
care. You opened my door without. You didn't open my door with permission. I'm not that guy. Not that guy, bro. It's games, dude. There's no reason to.
Get out of the car. It's a lawful order. Get out.
That's not a lawful order.
It is.
Just remember, anytime the helicopter is over your neighborhood and you see it circling, it's probably best to stay inside.
Okay, that's good advice.
But if the helicopter is just flying over, feel free to wave because you never know. The cameras can see you from 3 miles away.
How long has this one been in operation here at the Sheriff's Office?
Yeah, this is a Bell 206 Long Ranger. It's a L3 model. It's a 2016 jet engine helicopter, 125 miles an hour. We can go up to 14,000 feet without oxygen, and we're scooting across the county pretty quick. The aircraft is split in half, and this is the camera system. This is the camera controller. It's very much like a video game with the TFO station on the left side and the pilot station on the right. What we're looking at is the monitor for the mapping system and the camera system. So the mapping system is up, it's got GPS, it shows where we're at the executive airport, and its functionality and its use, but I can manipulate it right now. So we'll just take a look at downtown, which is 3.5 miles away, and here's the Orange County Courthouse. So let's zoom in on the Orange County Courthouse.
So that shows you just how good that camera is.
So the infrared camera can be used in the daytime just as much as it can be used at night. Both seats have controls. Looking at the center here, we have a aviation GPS and radio system, and then here's the police radio. And right now it's monitoring 5 different police radios. It can be set up any way we want. Any way we want. So it just depends on the user and what our mission is at the time.
Deputy Sims, what's back here?
Well, we have a survival kit for 2 crew members, which is what we normally fly. So if we have an incident and we have to set down the aircraft and we need to live for at least a day.
I hope we would come get you before the day is up.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to have a rider today, and they're usually deputies or officers that we serve that want to do a ride-along, or civilian employees who want to do a ride. Just remember, anytime the helicopter is over your neighborhood and you see it circling, it's probably best to stay inside.
Okay, that's good advice.
But if the helicopter is just flying over, feel free to wave, because you never know, that camera can see you from 3 miles away. Yeah, so this is our camera system. This is the bread and butter of the aircraft. The really neat thing about this is I can see objects, I can see people, I can see vehicles about 3 miles away before we get up on them. And the infrared is the most effective tool, and probably our primary tool for the helicopter. The pilot is also a deputy.
And what are some of the reasons that you go up in a helicopter?
It can be for missing people, whether it's a missing child or an elderly person, felony crimes in progress, vehicle pursuits, vehicle chases. It could be a downed aircraft, a search and rescue mission. There's all kinds of things that we do.
How does this thing work? I mean, do you just go to the gas station and start pumping it up?
No, we buy gas by the tanker load, store it on site. After every flight, the aircraft comes in, it gets fueled, topped off.
How much fuel does it take to?
It just all depends on how much power we're putting into the aircraft, but within a 15-20 minute flight, maybe 8-10 gallons. An LED spotlight, when we turn it on, we can't turn it on the ground because it'll get so hot that it'll actually catch the transporter on fire that the helicopter's setting on.
Tempers flaring in Fontana over a new street vendor ordinance. Those unlicensed could be arrested and have their equipment impounded.
Last night, police had to hold back protesters outside the mayor's home. This morning, the mayor spoke to Eyewitness News reporter Mark Cota-Robles.
This has turned into a real battle between the city and street vendors. Last night, it boiled over with a big protest outside the mayor's home. A heated exchange between police and street vendors in Fontana. At least 2 men detained at the Tuesday night protest.
Those people don't live here, because if they lived here, they would not have behaved in that matter.
The group of street vendors are upset about a recently passed ordinance they say criminalizes their work by allowing the city to seize equipment for up to 60 days and, if necessary, charge vendors with misdemeanors. Some vendors believe the city is trying to kick them out by spending nearly $600,000 to enforce the new rules.
Look at the community response. We stand firmly here to say that this is not what we want our taxes to go toward. We want
your time is over. Thank you.
Not to mention making sure legally permitted businesses, primarily Mexican restaurants and flower shops, stay in business.
She thought her son disappeared.
Why is it gonna stop?
So she filed a missing persons report.
Is this how the system works?
Dexter Wade was dead. A police officer struck and killed him while crossing an interstate. It took his mom almost 6 months to find out that officials went ahead and buried his body without telling her.
Oh, we're gonna get to the truth.
The lies that county leaders allegedly told cover up the mishap.
I came to y'all for help. I came to y'all for that help that I needed.
That help she needed from Jackson police is now heartache for Betterson Wade. 9 days after she hadn't heard from her son Dexter Wade, she filed a missing person report. She says no matter what, he always told her where he was going.
Kept telling me no. We don't know where he is.
But that wasn't true. When the officer struck and killed Wade on March 5th, 2023, county and city officials claimed that he had no identification on him. An investigator assigned to the case told the family that something terrible happened. He wasn't missing at all. He had been dead for 5 months and his body was already buried.
Now, can I Zoom my child and try to get some peace?
Like a thief in the night, they went and took the body out the ground.
Public Works crews removed the body 3 hours early at 8:30 a.m., robbing the family of getting to witness the exhumation.
Now y'all take that from me. I couldn't even see him come out the ground. Y'all didn't give me the time to see him before he took his last breath. I didn't get to see him come from the ground.
What are they hiding? What are they hiding?
They were hiding a lot, says renowned defense attorney Ben Crump, who is now on the case. The family hired a pathologist to conduct an independent autopsy and found, quote, that Dexter Wade's body was not embalmed. He presented multiple blunt force injuries to the skull and pelvis. His left leg was amputated. And the most puzzling, that there was a wallet in the front pocket of his jeans containing his state identification card with his home address, his credit card, and a health insurance card, end quote. But remember, officials said that he had no identification on him at the time.
Y'all cover it up. Y'all did that.
To this, Reverend Al Sharpton delivering the eulogy.
That could have been my son. That could have been your son. If you think you can put him on a shelf and bury him and probably feel like he didn't exist and we wouldn't do nothing about it, you were sadly mistaken. His life mattered to his mama, to his daughters, and we gonna make it matter all over this country.